All right, coming down in 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Welcome to Take Offense. I'm Cody.
I'm Nick.
Don't take offense.
Take a stand, and if you take offense,
Well, that just might be your conscience tapping you on the shoulder.
it might.
Yes. You're in the picture.
Okay. Whatever. I like it. It makes me smaller.
All right, so it's the day after Thanksgiving,
Black Friday, baby.
which is a little bit racist, but still. If you watch the last show, it's a callback.
Everybody is.
So we're going to do our top 5 today on our favorite Thanksgiving foods. And, yeah, so go ahead. You can go ahead and start us off with this one.
Favorite Thanksgiving Day food? I will start with something that will clear up something that everybody's had a problem with for years and years. Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Yeah.
Well, who's the one who calls it pecan?
My wife.
Well, she's not here. But we had this talk yesterday. And as it turns out, guess what the proper pronunciation of pecan is?
Pecan.
Pecan. Do you know why pecan is the proper pronunciation?
No, I do not. Why, Dick?
We Googled it, and the first thing Google did was say, we're not getting involved, and gave us a map of all the different pronunciations. So I said, this is unacceptable. Let's find out some real hard science behind the pronunciation of pecan. Turns out, pecan is a French word. From pecan. It means wrinkled nut. And pecan is the proper pronunciation of a pecan. It comes from the French. So if you're all irritated and butthurt about the pronunciation of pecan, we are not to blame. It is, of course, the French.
Blame the fucking French.
Blame the French.
Motherfucker.
Not our... It turns out that Spanish and French colonies in Louisiana, Texas, and Mexico found these trees. And they were wrinkled nuts. And they adopted the French word pecan.
All right.
So we're fucking right, dude.
Well, of course. We're from the real South.
Somebody said something, I almost peed on myself, dude. They said, because anything north of I-10 is collaborator.
Damn. Those of you know where I-10 is. That's way south of the Mason-Dixon line. Like,
it runs through It runs through Florida, Louisiana, and Texas, right from New Orleans, right from Florida, through
all the way to California.
Through Houston, where you're from.
Yep.
All the way to California, but north.
Yeah, because the 610 loop is downtown Houston. That's off of I-10.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So anything north of I-10, collaborator.
All right, let me adjust this.
Yeah, it's kind of driving me crazy too. Good.
That's better. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so my number 5 is going to be the easiest thing for Thanksgiving. But it's also something that I had to introduce to my wife's family because we never... Quit playing with those square. We never... They don't have it at their Thanksgivings for some reason, and so I got to make sure. What's funny is this year I made sure I bought 3 cans of it, and my mother-in-law made sure she bought 2 cans of it. So we had more than enough.
Cranberry sauce.
Yeah, it's cranberry sauce.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got to be shaped like the can and not have all the berries in it.
Yes.
Just a regular gel cranberry sauce, because you know what? You slice it and you put it on your biscuit or bun, and you put it on there with turkey and mashed potatoes and stuffing. Oh, that's it, man.
A little gravy. That's how it works,
I'm
man.
not hot on gravy, but I'm not hot on brown gravy. I am all about some white gravy all day long, but no, I'm not too hot on brown gravy.
I got you.
All right, so you're number 4.
My number 4 is...
Did I say Alexis, Texas?
No. It's
She's a porn star. Alexis, Texas. Is the point.
Really?
Yes.
Mm.
That's what I was making.
My number 4 is something my mother used to make. It's called carrot souffle, and it's you essentially, instead of just making carrots, you make it into a souffle, and it's kind of sweet. It's kind of carroty. It almost caused the dog to be murdered by my youngest daughter violently because we got some at the house, and my youngest lost her mind when she tried it the first time, and we had a little bit left over after Thanksgiving was done, and we brought it home, and the dog took it off the counter and ate it when we were warming it up within the next couple of days. And I thought she was going to stab the dog. It was going to be violent. It was pretty bad. But it's delicious. It gives a little... you take the sweetness of the carrot and you put a little bit of... it's kind of like the sweet potato... Yeah, she thinks I'm at work. I'm not at work. But it's kind of like the sweetness of sweet potato, the sweet potato souffle or casserole or whatever, however you call it, with the marshmallows on top. But it doesn't have marshmallows. It's just this sweet little creamy goodness. Yummy.
Okay. And my number 4 is something also that they don't eat often in my wife's side of the family, and that's the stuffing. I actually have to request the stuffing.
Now, okay, rice stuffing or bread stuffing?
Bread stuffing.
Okay. This is the weird part, because my family from Louisiana always made oyster dressing, which has got rice and oysters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan.
Oh, okay.
But we moved up here, and this family from New York, which is my second family. Remember Kevin King?
Mm-hmm.
He stopped by? Yep. Kevin's mom made it.
Okay.
And my mom, I destroyed it. And my mother was like, all right, I guess we got to learn how to make this. And then my wife took her recipe and continued to evolve it. And yeah.
Nice.
Stuffing's awesome.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Well, my number 3 is stuffing, actually.
So your number 4?
I love stuffing. No, my number 4 was carrot souffle.
Oh, okay.
Pecan pie, carrot souffle.
Okay, so I've done...
And you've got
All right.
number 3. Yeah,
All right, my number 3.
Love stuffing.
Okay.
So good.
My number 3 would be... crap. I just had it in my head, too.
Cranberry stuffing and...
One we just talked about a second ago, sweet potato casserole.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife makes an awesome sweet potato casserole.
Yeah,
really,
it's
really good.
My
She uses raisins and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
odd. My youngest loves sweet potatoes, like normal just sweet potatoes. You put butter and cinnamon, and apparently people north of something, probably north of I-10, don't do a lot of sweet potatoes because my wife's family didn't do it either. And then her aunt, who lives in Florida a lot, I guess the Floridian is starting to affect her. So she made the sweet potato casserole. And yeah, you make it with some brown sugar and some cinnamon and some butter. And you mix in the sweet potatoes. Yum. Good stuff.
All right, so number 2.
That was my number 2. So you're see, I have to I had to get my aunt from New Orleans make the sweet potato, but thank God the Floridian aunt is now doing it. My wife's aunt and uncle have become snowbirds. They spend half their year in Ohio and half the year in Florida.
Gotcha. Well, my number 2 is something that is very hard for me to have just a couple of. I actually made them last year, and I think I did a pretty damn good job because I kind of did my own style. I like taking stuff and making it my own way.
Yeah, that's the best way, dude.
But and some of you might find this odd that it's my number 2, but it's still something that I have trouble just stopping eating, and that's deviled eggs. I just can't stop. I mean, they're crack. And especially if they got some relish in there and, chopped onions.
We had those yesterday. They were amazing.
So good.
I used
used smoked paprika. which is better than regular paprika. For years, I always thought paprika was just something you put on deviled eggs and make them look colorful.
Yeah, it has a flavor if you.
But if you have the smoked paprika, it's even fucking better. Smoked paprika is better on everything.
The way my wife's family does food is this: you have your food and it sits on a table, and you eat all the Thanksgiving-esque food, and then you lay on the floor for about 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours, and let that go down. Then what they do is they pack up all that food and they put it somewhere, and on the same table they put out desserts. And my wife's family's Belgian, and for Belgians you have to have the same amount of dessert by weight as you had normal food.
Was Belgium invaded by the Vikings?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I was about to say that. How the fuck's your wife a redhead?
Oh yeah, Belgians are all redheads. Yeah, Belgium's right there. I mean, it goes France, Belgium, Vikings.
Yeah.
So they just came down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why my wife's entire family is redhead.
Did you see that Belgian chick? Yep, I'm gonna fuck that.
Dude, Vikings would fuck anything.
Yeah.
That was their thing.
Yep.
And that's where all the Irish get their red hair.
Well, there's more redheads in Scotland than there is Ireland.
Guess what? Vikings.
Oh no, I know. I'm just saying. Scotland was closer.
Yeah, Scotland was the jumping off point.
Yes.
Hey, we got to stop off in Scotland and fuck a bunch of chicks, and leave some redhead genes.
Why didn't they fuck with England? God damn it. Maybe the Scots would have had it a little better.
Have you seen English women?
Yeah, I know. They look better in Scotland.
We were watching curling today, and these two little Scottish kids were at because curling was invented in Scotland, and they still make all the curling stones in Scotland.
It was invented in Scotland?
Yeah, and
sure?
all the curling stones come from Scotland.
I think that's wrong.
Okay, go ahead and look it up.
I am.
So they're at the Scottish National Curling place, and
Okay, you're right.
Yeah. And this little Scottish girl is teaching these two Scottish guys how to curl. I have no idea how you slide a stone with an erection, because this girl was beautiful. And, I guess they don't care because, they are Scottish. But she's talking about how the stones have to slide down the ice, and, well, you want to put a little twist on it and make it, oh my God. Yeah, super blue eyes, blonde hair, little Scottish accent.
Okay. So,
oh my God.
Your number 2 was sweet potato casserole.
Sweet potato casserole.
All right, so that means we go to my number 1. Right? Or your number 1. Your number 1.
Go to my number 1. That's a hard one.
I've had my number 1 planned the whole time.
I've actually just started thinking of stuff I like to eat. Go your number 1, then I'll pick one. I'm thinking about that.
Scott's ham.
Never heard of it.
Scott. Our buddy Scott.
Oh! He does a ham.
He does a ham every year.
Oh.
You had his ham last year. Remember when we all came over here?
I didn't. I don't remember his ham.
Remember when we all had Thanksgiving here?
I didn't come.
You didn't come for that one?
No.
I thought you were here for at least part of that.
Did I come in the afternoon? I don't remember. No, I wasn't here. I missed it.
Okay.
Totally
I thought you guys were here. I thought you and Laura and the girls came.
That was your housewarming. That was 2 years ago.
That wasn't housewarming, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Either way. So Scott makes a ham in the crock pot.
Oh.
With some seasonings and some pineapple and Barks root beer. It's also good.
That's what gives the sweetness.
It's also good when he does it with Mountain Dew.
Weird.
It is really good. Well, not really weird if you think about the Mountain Dew because the pineapple's citrus. But yeah, it's so good, and it just falls the fuck apart. It is so good. Yeah, I think we picked it clean last night.
I would have to say that probably I'll pick my number 1. like a lot of families, it takes a long time to get to the actual Thanksgiving part. So they have food that they put out that's like you pick at it. And they have like a spinach dip. That's a classic for my wife's family. They do a...
spinach artichoke or just spinach?
They just do a spinach. They do like it's spinach and like cream cheese.
Yeah.
And it's a dip. They do the foie gras log where you cut up the bits of foie gras and put it on a cracker. They do goat cheese covered in cranberry sauce. A lot of these different things. And those are all really good. In fact, the picking before Thanksgiving is actually one of my favorite times. My wife started making this dish, and it is buffalo chicken dip.
Mm-hmm.
So you take buffalo chicken, you put it over the sour cream, or not sour cream, the cream cheese, and then melt cheese over the top of it. It's exceptional. That doesn't come home. It's done. By the time we get to Thanksgiving, people are licking the bottom of that thing. I don't know how she puts butter and buffalo dip and all kinds of stuff in there, and it's just spectacular. It's just really good. So I'll go with that. I mean, it's not specific to Thanksgiving because we do it a lot at Christmas, and whenever we have a family thing, she drops this thing off so that we're not low blood sugared and freaking out.
All right. Well, tell us your top 5 in the comments. Let us know what your top 5 favorite Thanksgiving things were.
Please.
Thanksgiving foods. But just a side note on that, on dips, we found one at Kroger that me and Amanda have enjoyed, and I buy it 2 at a time now. It is a 3-layer Greek dip. Hummus, bruschetta, and tzatziki.
Oh, nice.
And then I take some pitas and put them in the oven for a little bit with some olive oil.
So the bruschetta is like all chopped up really fine. So,
oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I put on some olive oil on the
Pitas.
on the pitas and put them in the oven for a little bit. Let them get just crispy and fluffy, you know. Oh yeah, nice warm pitas for dipping. Oh, so good.
That's awesome.
We
We have a little Greek place we go to, and we get the tzatziki on the side, a little extra.
There's
So
one in
good.
Norfolk that is amazing. It's called Istanbul. It's right there on Monticello and Brambleton.
Well,
And
that makes sense. It's right near the Greek church.
they no. You're thinking Redgate. You're thinking over by Orpax. Orpax is over by.
No.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Greek church is where they do Greek Fest
That's
every
right.
year. Not the one where they shoot people or riot. This is the one where they actually
yeah.
have Greek food.
No, they call it College Beach Week now. Is where they shoot people. It's College Beach Week now. They don't even call it Greek Fest anymore. Because it's only one fraternity that does it.
Oh, because I knew a guy who was part of the Omegas, and he said he was actually really pissed that whole thing happened, because he said we used to love Greek Fest. We'd go down there, you'd bring your chair, you'd hang out, and it was just a thing. And he goes,
Deltas are better. They have toga parties.
the Deltas. Well, the Deltas
Fuck the Omegas.
aren't a traditional.
Fuck the Omegas. The Omegas is where Niedermeyer and all them were. Yeah. Those were the Omegas.
Were they the?
They were the Omegas. Yeah! They were Omegas.
Oh,
Yeah. Fucking Niedermeyer, man. That's why he got shot by his own troops in Vietnam.
Nice. He had an unnatural relationship with that horse anyway.
Oh, come on, baby. Yeah, baby, yeah.
Animal House.
Fucking
yeah.
Niedermeyer.
No, the Omegas.
Pledge pin on your uniform!
Animal House. Watch it.
Yeah, it's on Netflix right now, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I watched it the other day. That's why it's fresh in my mind.
Oh my god.
I watched it the other day. So good.
Our friend Gabrielle can recite that thing word for word. It's amazing.
Okay. So it's Black Friday. And there's something I saw on Facebook this morning that I want to talk about. Something a friend of mine posted. That this lady had posted out. So this was shared. So I'm going to give her credit because she posted on Facebook, so obviously she wants the public to know about it. Her name is Rosario Nail. And she says, and I quote, "If I see one more, quote, I was followed at such and such Walmart by some creepy dude, end quote, I swear I'm going to lose my shit. If y'all women don't learn how to turn around in aisle 13 and ask a motherfucker what his problem is, call the police while in the store. All this, quote, I went up to an associate, I spoke to a manager, end quote, the fuck. They don't get hazard pay for that mess. Go grab a can of green beans and smack the dude in the face. Spray him in the eyes with some cooking spray. Choke him with a belt from the accessory aisle. Anything. Something. Then post that. Y'all act like you're helpless. We're not helpless. I mean, I carry. But even if you don't, you got a whole store of weapons at your disposal. Better beat bop, meat bop the floor with that man. It's time to show these people." Yeah.
If he hadn't learned his lesson by now, time for an education.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't. I got a dog a long time ago. Actually, it wasn't that long ago. And she's the crazy one that you've heard about. And my daughter was constantly turning her back to the dog and going, "Stop!" And the dog is jumping on her. And I looked at her and I said, when you turn your back and start whining, the dog sees you as a victim.
Yep.
Stop it. Turn on that dog. Turn on those dogs. And alpha the shit out of them.
It's like the...
They're looking for a victim. Fuck that.
It's like the bug guys in Justice League. They smell fear.
Oh, yeah. If you smell fear.
Which I thought... All right, I watched that for the first time.
Yeah. When did you see it for the first time?
Last night.
Oh, because it's free HBO weekend.
I have HBO.
Oh, okay.
I just don't watch HBO much.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean... At first, when I saw the first one, I'm like, oh, Firefly. Because Firefly's a Batman villain.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what they were trying to make him look like, was a bunch of fucking Fireflies. And fucking that's not Firefly. And not once did Steppenwolf sing Born to Be Wild. Old people will get that joke.
Yeah. Did you like the scene where Aquaman's sitting there and all of a sudden he starts bearing his soul? Did you see that part?
He's standing on the rope.
He's sitting
on the
golden ladder. And Superman looks at him and just points down and goes, and he looks down and he goes, "Oh, somebody couldn't tell me." That was actually.
I will give him credit. I was worried about Aquaman. Scene. Now, my problem with what they did with Aquaman was, as an old person who read comics, I was hoping for the old Aquaman. And come to find out, when they did the new 52, which was a reboot of everyone in DC, all at the same fucking time, all the comics, they made it to where he was born on land. And then got told about...
of an Atlantean mother.
Yeah, of an Atlantean mother, but he was raised on land. And wasn't told until later, oh yeah, by the way, you're the fucking Prince of Atlantis. So, because my thing was always, yeah, Aquaman, the old Aquaman made sense. He's a pale dude with blonde hair. He's in the fucking water all the time. And then when they said Jason Momoa, I'm like, wait a minute. Dude's dark as fuck. He's got black hair. But now,
it makes sense.
It does make sense.
Hawaiian. Because,
Well, no, but still, if you're underwater that long, you're not going to be fucking tan.
Well, he comes out a lot. He comes out and hangs out.
Now. But this makes more sense that they're using the new 52. But I did see in the trailer for the Aquaman movie, he does bust out the yellow and green suit.
Yes.
Which I am excited about. That's fucking awesome.
He's a goldfish.
You talk to the fish, right? The water does most of the talking. But no, Justice League wasn't that bad. The whole Superman losing his mind when they brought him back to life. I love the constant by Flash, the Pet Cemetery references to bringing him back to life. I still like Grant Gustin better as Flash, though.
Yes. Well, how about when Flash is running around Superman and all of a sudden you see Superman
his eyes, and then he turns and he's like, fuck.
He's as fast as I am! He's as fast as I am!
Or when he went to go help the people at the end and Superman flies next to him and goes, slowpoke. Oh, it's on.
We are going to have a race, damn it.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. It was good. It was good.
They did all right.
It wasn't Wonder Woman, which is the best DC movie ever.
I like that. That was okay.
I loved it. I thought it was amazing.
I've only seen it once.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
and I think you pick up other stuff.
See,
like
what,
I saw Justice League at least 2 or 3 times.
What they did in Wonder Woman that they haven't been able to fucking do, or what they really haven't done much was the whole Dead Man's Land, No Man's Land.
No Man's Land
during the war.
World War One was terrifying.
See, they haven't made a World War One movie, a proper one, because it would be NC-17 easy just from the gore and the brutal violence.
That's actually one of Mel Gibson's first movies.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't done like
gory.
Yeah, it wasn't done like World War. It didn't look like World War One. It didn't look like it.
It's been a long time, but I think it was pretty horrifying.
I mean, World War One is supposed to be fucking insanely brutal.
Oh my god!
So, because they're just learning how to use this technology at this point.
There's barbed wires and machine guns,
and nobody knows how to fucking use them yet.
And yeah,
they were just created for this.
And there's also something that the inventor of which has a special place in hell put aside for him, and he's down there enjoying the fruits of his labor. It's called mustard gas.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know how mustard gas works, but when you breathe in the gas or you get it in your eyes, how mustard gas works is it turns into acid. As soon as it touches a liquid, it turns into hydrochloric acid. So you're breathing something that doesn't kill you, it burns your lungs away, and then you suffocate. Or it gets in your eyes and makes you blind.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's illegal. Mm-hmm. Like, everybody ratified this thing that said, yeah, we'll never use that again.
No, we'll just make worse shit.
Yeah, well, at least it kills you. It just insta-kills you. But, there are a lot of World War I vets who walked around with, like, half of one lung.
Oh, and I do guys say something real quick because my wife posted something, so I have to say something to our producer live. Well, not real live anymore, but on the show right now.
It'll get to
it's
her.
Something she posted. Fuck you. Love you. It's a picture of Riff Raff, Magenta, and Dr. Frankenfurter, and it says, "Save a turkey, eat meatloaf."
That's awesome.
No, it's not.
That's awesome.
It's fucked up.
Tastes like ham.
It was Eddie.
It was Eddie.
What a guy.
Eddie's
makes
delicious.
you cry. Und I did.
Und I did. Eddie's delicious. There's an old movie, Don Johnson's first movie, in fact. It's called A Man and His Dog. And it's one of these post-apocalyptic things. And you find at the end of the movie the dog's sick and it's hurt because he left the dog to find this woman because there's so few of them. He was like, oh my God, a woman. He got laid for the first time, and it was like, well, when every man gets laid for the first time, he loses his mind and all he wants to think about is, doing it again. So they find the dog at the end, and she goes, there's no way to save him. He's done for. And he realizes that this dog has been loyal to him for, his whole life. And the last scene is they're sitting there, and Don Johnson goes, man, I'm going to miss her. And the dog goes, well, she had good taste.
Sad dog movies, man.
Ooh, Stone Cold.
He has no job, no car, no house. He's got no kids, and he doesn't pay child support. And you want to date him because you think he's cute? You must be a special kind of stupid.
Oh! Well, that's special. Lord have mercy. Oh yeah, weed is now safer than romaine lettuce. Just to let y'all know. In fact, at this point in time, every E. coli. Yeah. Here's an interesting thing. My buddy Jason told me about this. He was in Minnesota, and they had a report that E. coli had been released into the water system. The ERs were flooded. If you don't think your mind is stupid powerful, the ERs were flooded with people having all kinds of gastrointestinal distress. They find out 12 hours later, never happened. Wow. All of that was psychological. It's called nocebo.
Yep.
It's when you make yourself sick by thinking about something.
Yep.
Where is the how long we've been going?
Top left, next to the gray box.
Oh, I can't see that.
32 minutes.
Oh.
I'm not wearing my glasses either, but I can see it. Old fucker.
Oh.
Anyways, no, that just reminded me. There's a show that we've been watching called A Million Little Things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the cast is phenomenal. Ron Livingston, who you may know from Office Space, yes. Mm-hmm. James Roday from Psych. Mm-hmm. Wait for it. And I can't remember his name off the top of my head, and it's going to sound, whatever. But the black dude from 40-Year-Old Virgin. Mm-hmm. Okay. And it's the four of them. They're best friends. They're Blackhawks fans. They got season tickets to Blackhawks together, and and so you see like little bits of each of them going through about their day. James Roday is checking to see if his breast cancer has come back.
Oh, okay.
And during this day, and then Ron Livingston, he's like this huge real estate developer guy, and he's like really rich and really happy guy, and he's doing stuff at his office, and I can't remember what the other guy was doing, but he was doing something. Oh, he's a musician. He was bitching about his wife because she works way too much, and he's a stay-at-home dad that teaches guitar lessons, and then you see the black dude take a mouthful of pills. Then he's going to pour water from the tap, and the news is on, and she's like, "They're saying the tap water here is killing people." So he dumps that out, and he's waiting, or not. He didn't put the pills in his mouth yet, but he's got the Brita. He puts the water in the Brita filter. He's standing there waiting for it. Then he realizes what he's doing. He says, "Fuck it!" Takes it out of the tap. He's got the cup in his hand, and James Roday has been calling him this whole time, and he won't answer. So he's got the mouthful of pills. He answers it and goes, "What?" And he goes, "John just killed himself." And he spits the pills out. It was Ron Livingston, the one who seemed happy of them all.
Oh.
And so they go about, this was their rock. This was their guy. This was the guy that glued this whole group together. Now they have to figure out their lives, and other shit had happened that none of them knew about and things like that. So really, really, really good show. I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, it kind of puts things in perspective a little bit. Because James Roday's at a breast cancer survivor group.
Don't rely on anyone.
Yeah, but he's at a breast cancer survivor group, and this new girl are like, go ahead and introduce yourself and talk about your journey. And she's trying to talk about it, and she's like, okay, what is he doing here? He's like, men get breast cancer too. It's the thing. I'd rather had ball cancer. That way I wouldn't get the crap I got for getting breast cancer, but just in case you're wondering, they work just fine. So James Roday still gets the comedy in there because he's great. Psych was a great show. He was awesome on that show. But yeah, it's not just don't rely on anybody though, but there's other things that were going on outside of that.
Yeah. And
he set things up knowing that he was going to do this. Like he set shit up for them. And it's crazy. It's really good. Because he was like, dude, we're talking millionaire, dude. And these guys are all regular dudes. So yeah, he set shit up. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, actually this just came across my feed. Our America's New Life coach Will Smith,
yes,
is awesome. It's a problem that words like turnt, fleek, or bay are more understandable than actual words like ethics, morals, respect, and integrity.
Yeah. Well, he didn't say this, but my friend Cameron posted this, and she struggles with some challenges.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And she says, Monday doesn't suck. The weather doesn't suck. Your job doesn't suck. Your partner doesn't suck. Your negative attitude sucks. Your lack of self-worth, self-love sucks. Stop complaining about what's missing from your life and go manifest the fuck out of your dreams, which is sort of the nature of why we do everything we do. I mean, that's the whole point of this podcast was because Cody and I got together, and it was, we bitch about stuff all the time. It happens. But most of the stuff that we bitch about is all about wow, this person sucks, man. If they just got their shit together and they went in and
Yeah.
accomplished something in their lives, this wouldn't even be a thing.
Yeah.
We've talked about the thing where the people got together in every city and worshipped for a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these people got together. They weren't all Christians. They were Christians, Jews, Muslims, Hindus. Bunch of people got together and worshipped deity for a week, and crime dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And then they left, and crime stayed down, and then gradually moved back up. You want to change the world? Change yourself.
Did you watch the newest Joe Rogan stand-up?
Yeah, I think I did.
Well-
It didn't really impress me that
Really?
much.
Oh,
I mean,
thought it was-
I liked some of it.
I
But
thought it was just as good as Triggered from 2016.
I don't know that I thought it was that good.
Okay.